we are back. We are the Crazy Hope Dealers, and today we're going to talk about. Well, I had surgery recently, and I'm a little hard-headed. I don't know if you've gotten that from any of our videos, and Amy's not letting you know by her look on her face either. But, but so I had planned on having this surgery back in May, and it was going to be the last day of May, and the date came closer, and I thought, well, do I want to be laid up all summer? And I didn't. So I decided to have my summer with my kids, and then I'd schedule it for August 1st. Well, then August 1st comes along, and I'm thinking, you know what? School's going to be starting back on this day. There's so many different programs, meetings that I have to be at. So I don't think I can do that. So I scheduled it for a week later. And, I had prayed about it. I didn't feel horrible. It's a hip surgery that I had to have. And, I thought of every excuse in the book to why I did not need this surgery. And pretty much, I wake up and I'm like, well, my leg's not hurting today. I don't need that surgery. We can push that back again. And then it comes to about 2 days until the surgery, the third rescheduled surgery date. And I just prayed about it. And I'm like, if I don't get it done, I don't have good range of motion on the right side. I can't even get my right leg to go outward at all on that side. If I walk very fast, it sometimes catches. Sometimes pain goes down my leg. I had to rent a scooter at Disney, and that was embarrassing for me. And my son was like, come on, Mom, you got to go faster. Because if you've ever been on a scooter at Disney, those things go like maybe, I don't know, 1 mile every hour. It's the super slowest thing ever. And so I started thinking, I'm going to have it eventually. I might as well have it. And the day of the surgery, I'm thinking my leg is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And I end up going to the hospital and getting the surgery done. So I'll tell you this whole long story about all this because, well, first of all, I'm hard-headed. I knew I was going to eventually have to do it, but like everybody told me, you're too young to have a total hip replacement. And so I just believe that. But so many people that have had it done have said, I'm able to do things I wouldn't be able to do before. And so I'm still in recovery right now, but I'm just, praying that that's going to happen and I'm going to be able to do more things and, have a better, I guess, quality of life with my leg and my hip. And, how many times do we go through life and we know what we're supposed to do and we just don't do it because it's not convenient or it's, well, I can't control that. So why do I want to do that? And I had no control over it. Would I be able to walk, 4 days out? Would I be able to, I'm using this walker like old people use, and I hate it. And I feel like I need to have tennis balls on the bottom of it, but I don't. And I'm just hoping this is just going to be a stepping stone until I'll be able to, do really good things and be able to, walk longer, maybe even run. I don't know. But I just, I just feel like God wanted me to have this, and I put it off 3 times. And it was really me just trying to control the situation. And I feel like, don't you feel like, Amy, we do that a lot in life? We kind of try to control what we can control. And when really God's telling us, hey, just give it over to me and I can take care of it.
I think a lot of times we think, oh, we'll get better. I'll just let this go on. I'll get better. A lot of people have passed away from heart attacks because they thought, oh, I'll get better. I don't need to pay attention to this indigestion or the sharpness in my arm pain, or, I don't need to pay attention. It's going to get better. And there is a hard headedness to a lot of us that as we age, we still think, when you're young, you think, I'm immortal. I can do anything. I'm not going to die until I'm much older. And so when you get to our age, then you think, oh, I still got time. I still got time to do whatever I want to do. And the truth of it is, I asked my husband one time, I said, how many more years, and this was a couple of years ago, I said, how many more years do you think we have to be married, literally on this earth? And he says, about 15, maybe less. And I thought, oh my goodness. I mean, the reality kind of hit me. So I was like, I was not even thinking about that. I do not want to live until I'm 80 something or 90. If God wants me here, I'll be here. Okay. But I really don't. So it kind of brings up a good question about this, as far as, Brandy, you taking the step to get your hip better. You've really taken a step to being healthier. And I've taken the step to being healthier, of trying to exercise, because as we move into our next step, it's going to be the 60s. When we looked back, asking people, when somebody asked us, what's old? They would have said 50, 60. Well, we're almost there. So, the question is, what can we do to kind of, help us, because our flexibility doesn't last forever. So what are some things now that we can do that'll help us later in life? And I think you've done that. You've done your first step of trying to help your hip. And I'm trying to walk more, and I'm trying to, I know we've got some exercise machines. So we were talking about our guns, starting to get some definition here. So I just wanted to point that out. Anyway, our flexibility is very, very important. And plus we lost weight, and here comes my dog. Plus we lost weight, which is really important. I know I'm getting off on a tangent here, Brandy, because we were going to talk about something else. But I started thinking about this, how important it was for you to have that surgery, and at this time of your life, because now you're going to be able to be more flexible. And I think that's the biggest thing with us as we age, our flexibility. If our flexibility is not there, our control is not there. And all of us want to be in control, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Of our own lives. Definitely want to be in control of the mind, want to be in control of our bodies. So how can we help to prolong that? So I think you've taken the first step to do that.
Well, thank you. And it's been very humbling, having to get my husband and my daughter, who's 19, to take care of me. I mean, even simple things like getting in the shower. And that's something to where, I'm constantly telling them, I'm so sorry that you have to do this. And I'm just not really ready to give that up. I want to make sure that, I can do things. And I think that's a good drive that people should have, just so you don't give up and don't get dependent on people, but also know when you can't do something and give it over to people who can help for even a temporary basis. So, and that's been kind of very, very humbling. But we did have a house full of boys last night for my son's birthday, and I was up and down a lot, just kind of going and seeing what they were doing. And I felt it last night. So I knew that today needed to be a little bit slower day. Because when I took my pill last night, I don't think I moved at all in the bed. I think I was out. But um, but yeah, just know when to listen to God and always listen to God. But just if He's telling you to do something, you do it, no matter what you feel like you need to do. You listen to Him first.
Because our bodies are of the temple. We have to take care of our bodies and how important that is to put the right foods in our bodies. A lot of us are taking medicines that are really, not so good. High blood pressure, cholesterol. And though God has helped to make these stuff for healing, that's a great thing. But if we can do something to get off of those things, it's very important that we lose weight, that we exercise, that we try to each and every day just be quiet. A lot of people take 20-minute power naps just to kind of refocus.
Not me.
I can do that. But it helps to rejuvenate the body. Brandy's a different story. She's go.
Yeah.
But there's just certain things that we can do to kind of help us along the way that make, if you walk, let's say you walk 30 minutes a day, by the end of the week, I mean, look how much time that you have that you put in just to walking. Or if you think about steps, if you put in 10,000 steps a day, look at, by the end of the week, you'll have 50,000 steps. That's a lot. That is a lot. So, you kind of have to think about those things. And there's a lot of things that could slow us down, especially, surgery could slow us down, having some kind of injury can slow us down. And, those things are going to come. But how are we going to react when we do have to have surgery? Are we not going to do our PT? Yes, we're going to do our PT because we want to get stronger. Each and every day is absolutely a gift. We need to take care of ourselves and do the right things, eat the right things, do the right things.
Yeah. Yeah, because we only have one body. And that's just really what I think ultimately got me to doing the surgery is I started thinking, just the Apostle Paul in the Bible, he had some infirmity. We don't know exactly what it was, and he prayed for God to take that away, and he didn't. But Paul still did what he was supposed to do. He still did what God wanted him to do. And I started thinking, even if it doesn't completely heal all my pain, I do feel like I need to give it a chance to see if it can heal all my pain. And if it doesn't, I'll live with it. I won't be happy. I'll probably complain about it, but at least I would have given it the best shot of getting better and then being able to do what I need to do. So that's kind of, just thinking about that. Think about it in your life. What is God trying to tell you to do right now that maybe you don't want to do? Or maybe you know what you need to do, but you're just not doing it. So, just think about that, because whatever it is, you need to do it because you need to obey God first. We are really low on the totem pole. So we need to just listen to what God says first and, put our desires down if they don't, go along with God's will. So Amy, did you have any more to say about that?
I don't.
Okay. Well, So hopefully I'll be on the mend the next couple of videos. I'm still on pain meds, so I look a little pale in this picture. I don't know why, but hopefully I'll be getting some more color and feeling better in the next couple of videos. But y'all have a great afternoon, and as always, subscribe to Crazy Hope Dealers and email us if you would like to ask us any questions. And that's down below also. But we will see you on the next video. Y'all have a good afternoon.